It's been a while since I filmed a video, and I apologize for that. It's not for lack of doing things. I've done plenty of things this year. We just got back from Disney World. I checked out Epic Universe with my friends. Earlier this year, we went and checked out some waterfalls in the Ozark National Forest. Unfortunately, I was a little bit too occupied with watching my kids and just being in the moment that it just didn't cross my mind that I might want to actually film those things. But today's a little bit different. I wanted to get some footage of a place that was kind of important to me as a kid and a teenager. It's a mall that I used to frequent during my teenage years, the Hickory Ridge Mall in Memphis, Tennessee. Here's the strange thing about the Hickory Ridge Mall. I'm walking through it now. It's about 90% vacant, but it's still open to the public. I'm not trespassing now. So I thought I would just walk around and get a feel for what's still around and what memories I can recall by coming into this cool place. So come along with me and let's check it out. By the way, if you are from Memphis, live in Memphis, and you remember this mall, please, by all means, enlighten me. If you remember what some of the stores were, as I pass these places, please jog my memory, because my memory is getting kind of fuzzy. I can't remember it all. So yeah, please drop a comment and let me know. I thought I'd add in some brief post commentary due to the fact that when I walked in, they were conducting some very loud lawn care right outside the entrance of the mall, so you can hear a leaf blower drowning out all the sound as I walk all the way in. Also, I'm moving kind of fast here at the beginning because honestly I was a little bit nervous. As I walked through the mall, I saw maybe a total of 8 people, and with my camera I kind of stuck out like a sore thumb, but no one seemed to care too much. A few details. This mall opened in 1981 in Memphis, Tennessee. At its peak, it featured over 100 stores. Now, you'll see a few stores still occupy this space, but they are definitely not the original. Most of these appear to be individually owned with very specific hours now, if they're open at all. Now, Sears opened here in 1981 and closed in 2013. Dillard's opened in 1986 and closed in 2006. And Goldsmiths, anybody remember Goldsmiths? That opened in 1981 and closed in 2006 and reopened in 2006 as Macy's. But a tornado came through in 2008 and damaged the mall. And it took 2 years to complete repairs, and Macy's just never reopened, whereas the rest of the mall, it all opened back up in 2010. I'm finally getting to the place where I can talk out loud, because as luck would have it, right when I walked up to the doors of the mall, somebody had a leaf blower right outside the front doors, so it was very loud when I walked in. I wish I could remember where everything was when I was a kid or a teenager. I do remember there was a Sears, there was a Goldsmiths at one point, but I can't tell you exactly what the layout was. I do remember, man, was it down here? There was a video game store somewhere down here. I don't remember the name of it, but at the time, Nintendo 64 was all the rage. And there was a Star Wars game out called Shadows of the Empire, and it was hard to find. It was high in demand, and it was very difficult to find at the store. This was kind of before online ordering was kind of a big deal. But I went into this video game store, and I was so happy. So this is, obviously, there's some type of flagship store here. I don't know if it was Sears, Goldsmiths, Macy's. There was also Dillard's. Dillard's was kind of a, oh, here's a little directory. Of course, this directory is new. It doesn't, of course, reflect what was here before, back in the 90s. But anyways, I digress. So I was so excited that I found this video game. I saw it on the shelf, and I walked up, and they were charging $90 for this game, presumably because it was high in demand. And I was so disappointed. $90 is a lot now. It was a heck of a lot of money back then. I eventually did get that game, by the way. Anybody who's a video game nerd, here's some trivia about me. The Star Wars Battlefront game that came out later, that is me in the Stormtrooper suit on the cover of that video game. I filmed it against or shot it against a green screen in Los Angeles. A lot of people don't believe me, but that's actually me in that Stormtrooper costume. But anyways, got that game later on and was extremely happy with it. But I just remember that, seeing it on the shelf and going, $90? Are you kidding me? I think the going rate for these games was about 40 or 50 bucks back then. Now this Carousel, I have such good memories because my mom, this was the fancy mall to go to, you have to understand. And so whenever we came to this mall, it was kind of a big deal. And my mom would make sure she had $1 for each of us kids, there's 4 of us, so that we could ride the Carousel. They charged $1. I remember these statues. Brings back so many memories. I can't believe it's still in pristine condition. I mean, it looks exactly the same way it did, 30 years ago now. Some of these stores are still open. Look at this. And the ones that are closed or not functioning or whatever don't look like they've been closed very long. So here's the food court. I want to be careful I don't show anybody in this video who doesn't want to be seen. Like there's a store right there that appears to be open and functioning. Okay, I do have a memory of coming in this door right here. There was some type of science store, like that sold like science books and kind of cool, biology knickknacks somewhere in this area right here. By the way, if anybody remembers the names of any of these stores, please drop a comment. My memory is not what it used to be. But I bought this t-shirt that had a skeleton on the front of it, and it had all the bones labeled. I was a weird kid. I remember that cost me $10 because I remember using my allowance to buy that shirt. Everybody thought I was so weird because I bought that skeleton shirt, but that was one of my favorite shirts for the longest time. So you can see down here they have it blocked off, but that, again, presumably was a flagship store. I'm guessing either Dillard's, Macy's, Goldsmiths. Of course, Macy's, I think, acquired Goldsmiths at some point. I can't remember if this place actually had a J.C. Penney or not. Again, I'm going back like 30 years, maybe more. No, about 30 years. You can see all these trees and these kind of the decor. I'm wondering, and I'm assuming a lot of these have been sitting here for 30 or 40 years. Even though it's 90% vacant in here, it's still it's still extremely clean. I mean, it just has a really cool feel with it. The security guy up there just noticed me. I think I saw a video that somebody else posted where they actually got kicked out or told not to film, so hopefully he won't give me a problem. But he definitely gave me the side eye there. So, as you can see, there still are a handful of businesses that are still functioning. Food court still has, it looks like maybe a couple places still functioning. Somebody's got Chick-fil-A down there. I know Chick-fil-A is definitely not functioning in here. And again, the Carousel was kind of the big deal. When we went to the Hickory Ridge Mall, we knew we were going to get to check out the Carousel. This is one of those, used to be, I think, one of those cookie places. What do you call them? Looks like it's still functioning. How are you doing? I'm trying to be discreet right now, but there's probably only a handful of people in this entire place. Okay, memory. Tell me if I'm right. If you guys remember this, tell me if I'm right, if you are familiar with the Hickory Ridge Mall. Suncoast. Suncoast was a movie store, kind of like Tower Records, but they sold movie memorabilia, VHS, DVDs, movie shirts, movie posters, all that stuff. I think that's it right there. I can tell from the black overlay of the store. I think that's it. That was a store that you had to come in. You had to come into Suncoast. Me and my family, we were big movie people. My mom loved classic movies, and so we would make sure we popped in there. I know I got a Star Wars ball cap at one point when they did the re-release of the movies in 1997, of the original movies. And I know I bought a couple movies there, some posters, but that's it. Suncoast, I think. And again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I also have a random memory. Both my sisters took ballet lessons at Ballet Memphis, and they had some type of event here where they were kind of like, I don't know, like dancing or something, kind of in the center section here. I don't know if it was a holiday thing or what. But gosh, man. I have to say, for this place being like 90% vacant, they've kept up with all the plants. The floors are clean. It looks exactly like it did in the 90s, except the stores aren't open. And the ones that are here looks like they've been closed for maybe a little while, or maybe they just have certain hours. Let's take a look here. So it's Friday, so this place, Pressed Pink Kids, is only open 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. This looks like it sells like baby clothes. I don't see any hours posted here. Same thing here. I mean, there's merchandise in these stores. You can see in here. Now that I've done one full walk around without anybody kicking me out of the mall, I feel a little bit more comfortable. I might explore a little bit more. At first, I just kind of wanted to shoot as much as I could and then get out. I was a little bit nervous there. Somebody might take notice and say, hey, what are you doing? Bath and Body Boutique. So it looks like Friday, same thing, well, 11 a.m. So this place will be open. It's 10:18 right now in the morning, so it'll be open soon. Man, the memories. Oh, this is cool. And look at these windows. Isn't that beautiful? That's cool. They've got a code of conduct here. I'm not sure if that's really, let me see if I'm breaking any rules here. I'm just scanning it quickly. Please visit to request permission to take photos, videotapes, or, oh, I guess I'm breaking the rules. Oh, man. Well, I already walked by here. Okay, so if you're watching this and you remember the Hickory Ridge Mall, what store was that? If you can kind of get a general feel of where I am right now. And again, I love these. What do you call those kind of sun windows? I don't know. Green room kind of effect. Captivating balloons. Let me get one last look around here. And somebody's having a party over there, man. Somebody's getting down. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. Hey, whatever works for you. There's a hair place right here. Okay, here's the question before we leave for today. What restaurant was this? It looks from the colors, the green and white, it might have been maybe a TGI Fridays. Does that jog a memory? Maybe a Mozzarella's? I can't remember. But it looks like a chain of restaurant I would have gone to in the 90s, but I just cannot recall what it would have been. I don't know. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.